Today, what we're going to talk about is the 10 biggest myths about CBD. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight what those myths are, and then I'm going to explain to you guys whether or not they're true or not. And we're basically just going to have a really, really good time. So maybe you'll learn something, maybe you won't, but hopefully you'll be entertained. So, with all that said, let's get to the myths. Myth number one: CBD gets you high. That is not true. CBD does not get you high. I have tested it many, 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 many dozens of times. I've not been high once yet. However, what does get you high is THC. And if you have THC in your CBD products, then yes, you will get high. But if you're buying from someone who's actually legit and they have testing done, you will know whether or not there's THC in their products. But more on that in the future. On to myth number two. Myth number two: CBD isn't legal. No, it's fully legal. Anything under 0.3% THC is 100% legal in pretty much every single state in the United States since the Farm Bill of 2018. Yeah. So basically, that means that I can ship any one of my products, whether it's a balm, an oil, a gummy, a pet tincture, you name it, I can ship it to any state in the United States. And just a little side note, on average, it takes about 3 days for it to get there, no matter where you are in the continental United States. I know we just ship really fast. Myth number three: CBD works instantly. Yeah, that's not true. It doesn't work instantly. So with a topical, like a balm like this one, you would rub that on and it would take anywhere from 15 to 30-ish minutes to start working. And with something that you would actually ingest, like an edible type situation, like a gummy like these,
Oh, oh, look how cute they are.
yeah, those could take anywhere from like 45 minutes to even up to an hour to really start working. So CBD does not start working instantly, but once it starts working, oh Lord, does it work good. Myth number four: all CBD is the same. Yeah, that's not true. Lots of CBD products that you get are going to be super sus and you have no idea what's actually in them, which is exactly why you should work with a company that has legitimate lab testing, like lab testing that shows that all of their stuff is legit. And that if I tell you you're getting a 1000 milligram CBD balm like this one, it's actually been lab tested and shows that it actually does contain 1000 milligrams of CBD. You don't ever want to buy from a company that doesn't have lab tests. Just don't do it, because there's no way to know if they're selling you just complete garbage that has absolutely nothing in it. It could all be a lie. Myth number five, and this is a big one: CBD is addictive. It's not. It's just not addictive. I mean, according to the World Health Organization and basically anybody else legitimate who you would ask, they all tell you it's non-habit forming and nowhere even remotely close to most of the prescription stuff that you would get for pain or sleep or anything like that. So keep that in mind. Myth number six: CBD is only for people with chronic illness, the most disgusting people in all of society. Yeah, that's totally untrue. The people who buy my products are not chronically ill. A lot of them are very well people. Matter of fact, the number of people who buy this balm, yeah, like a ton of those people are very physically fit people who use the balm to reduce their muscle aches and pains after they do intense workouts. Yeah, the balms actually work for workouts.
Ron's Balms helps ease the pain after competitions.
Also worth noting, tons and tons of people who buy these sleep gummies right here. Yeah, they're fully functioning very well. People who are, a lot of them are actually young and they just need to sleep better because they have jobs or situations that are stressful and they need to be able to relax in the evening and get good sleep. So they actually order our sleep gummies in those jars regularly. Quick sidebar: those gummies are actually most regularly sold in subscription form. So people actually get onto our website and then they subscribe to those gummies and they save 20% on their entire order every single time that an order gets placed. So they get 45 gummies and they subscribe and they get the jar once every 45 days and then they save 20% and they never have to reorder again. It's basically just Amazon subscription, except for it's Ron's Balms and it helps you sleep. So everybody loves that. Okay, on to the next one. Myth number 7. CBD does not work for pets. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call that one false. I've got like, I don't know, over a dozen reviews on my website for my pet tincture that is right here actually. And people actually rant and rave about the pet tincture. They say that it helps their dogs relax, chill out whenever they need to take them to the vet or to get their nails done or to get their hair done or whatever other things people do with these ridiculous dogs nowadays. My dog's a normal dog that doesn't need any of that stuff. It's a toenail-less, hairless dog that I have. It basically looks like a rat. But that's my problem. You guys don't need to worry about that. And this pet tincture has been shown to help many, many old dogs and even old cats who, dogs and cats, they get arthritis and pains and aches and stuff like that. They have trouble sleeping. And this stuff right here has been shown multiple times to help all sorts of critters, just like those, live a better life even in their later years. Okay, on to the next myth. Myth number 8, I think we're on now. You can overdose on CBD. Yeah, you can't. You can't overdose on. I mean, there's no way. Like seriously, you would have to actively be downing multiple bottles, multiple jars of you name it to overdose yourself. It's just not possible. For instance, this jar of nighttime sleep gummies right here, yeah, you'd have to eat literally that entire jar of gummies. That's 45 gummies. You'd have to eat all 45 of those, and then you still wouldn't be overdosed. So, yeah, don't worry about that. That's a myth and it's totally untrue. So, on to the next myth. Number 9. CBD has no side effects. Now, obviously, this is what you hear from a lot of businesses and people like me who try to sell you the stuff, and we want you to buy it and think that there's no side effects. And that's not exactly true. There are some side effects. The most common side effects are things like drowsiness, dry mouth, maybe a change in appetite. You might get more hungry as a result. And I've even seen very rare cases for people who take the gummies where they will experience an upset stomach from taking the gummies. So I'm not going to say that you can't have side effects, but generally, the side effects are minimal compared to any sort of prescription situation that you would get, because obviously you can dive into that and see all the horrors of that. And I've actually covered that in other videos. You can check those out if you really want to. But now we're on to myth number 10. CBD is all just a fad and it's a bunch of weird hippies who smell weird and they're all just pushing this stuff and it's not actually legitimate. Well, that's not true at all. CBD has been around for forever. I think, I don't know if I've made a video on it yet, but I'm going to soon, about how they trace it all the way back to ancient Egyptian times. So it's been around ever. And more people are trying it all the time, either for themselves or for their pets, to either improve their sleep or reduce their muscle pains or their joint pains or whatever, you name it. I know that it's not a fad because I get more and more people every single month who are interested in my products. And that's why I wanted to come on here and give you guys this great information. Now, obviously, if you've liked this video, I really would appreciate it if you could just hit me with a like on the video. If you've got any questions, feel free to put those questions in the comments. I am always happy to answer any of your questions. If you're not a subscriber and you want to see more stuff like this in the future, you can always subscribe, and that would just really make my day go great. And if you made it this far into this video, which this is basically the end, I think, I really appreciate you for helping me out so much with this crazy YouTube algorithm and hopefully helping this video spread. And hopefully I see you in the next one.